The topic, as you have heard, is keep scrolling. Our scripture has been read already, but for those out there in Zoom land, it's a short passage. So I will read from Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 to 9. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. Today is the first Sunday of Advent. We had a very long, ordinary time, but nothing remains the same. Advent. We want to have a little discussion this morning surrounding language. It is said that language is dynamic, meaning it changes. You don't stay one way. It changes with time. The language that was used 2,000 years ago wasn't the language that was used in the year 1500. Similarly, the language that we're using today is quite different to the language that they were using in the 14th, 15th, 1600s. So the language changes. If you pick up a document from 1500, you can't read that. In English I'm speaking about, you can't read that. But the words are different and everything. Language also changes with conquest. When one nation conquers another nation, language change. It is fused with the language from the nation that has been conquered. It mixes, and therefore new words, new expressions, new symbols come out of that type of activity. Language also changes with technology. The internet, when it reached us, it came with a whole U-Haul full with new words. The internet also take old words and put new meaning to those words. For example, catfish. We know catfish as an animal. And when you're going to catch catfish, you say, we're going catfishing. The internet has changed We still go catfishing, but the internet has included a new meaning to going catfishing. Taking your identity, and making something out of it and send it to somebody to trap girls or boys. Dating. Call it catfishing. When we go outside, we will be looking, oh, what a lovely day. Look how cloudy here. It's shaped like Barbados. Yes, look at the next one shaped like Trinidad. And the other one shaped like Jamaica. Clouds. Watching clouds and the different shapes they take and the different type of clouds. Clouds, grey clouds. White like lily, fluffy clouds. The internet has changed the meaning of cloud. You don't see internet cloud, but you can store. It's a storage facility, big time storage facility, folks. Cloud storage. Another feature of internet technology is something no one of us inside of here who goes on the computer doesn't want to experience. We know when you go to by the beach, you want to build a house, you load the truck with sand or stone or whatever it is the thing. You load a truck, or you load this or you load that. In internet also we have loading. Not one of us enjoys this part of the internet, because when you click and you expect to see something and you see this little thing on this spinning, or a little line on it, or sometimes you don't even get anything, and you waiting there for it to load. Sometimes the keyboard, you touch the keyboard and the keyboard not responding to your touch. You want to mash up the keyboard, you mash up the computer, you punch the computer, because the computer now it's loading. No, but not one of us want to experience that. It's not to say we were in the early days of computing where you had when you click here and you bring something, you could go do your dishes and go in the toilet and come back before you pull up on the internet what it is. That's the early days, that's why you call it dial-up and all different type of things. Today, when people open their computer and they click, they want instant results. And if you don't get it, you can't eat your supper, your breakfast, because your stomach tone and you're looking for musician, you cannot find it. Loading, you don't want to experience that. We want, when we click, instant results. Talking about click, another animal that the internet has changed its meaning is the mouse. We know mouse, especially here in New York City, as a pest. And these companies are very large who making pesticide, rodenticide, and all different type of chemicals they using to get rid of mouse. And I don't know if in the internet if they have the plural form of it is mice, but we know in the internet we know it as mouse. None of us don't like. Sometimes the ladies post, from the time they will fight with a man, From the time they see a mouse, thank God. Oh God, kill that woman, please. I know what happened. They had goosebumps. A mouse just passed. That's the animal, folks. In internet, we have the mouse. We could click, cut, copy, and paste. For those of you who are internet savvy, the mouse has become a very important part of computing. It has certain features in the mouse. We are able to use the mouse to search on our computers. Another word that internet has changed also is scroll. We know what scrolls are. Big long thing, and you open the scroll and Jesus picked up the scroll and he opened the scrolls and he read from Isaiah. That is what we know as scroll. In internet computing, scroll takes on a different language. The same word spelled the same way, but it has a different meaning. It has the ability to move from one place to the next with your mouse. Users of the mouse, we use it to scroll past unpleasant things when you're surfing. That's another word again. Not in California talking. Not in California talking about on the internet. You know, you go to surfing. Not that we're speaking about. But you're surfing the internet. It have certain things you encounter on the internet. My God, you don't even want to see it. So you have to use the mouse, just scroll past it immediately. Sometimes, you know, sometimes as believers, not everything we would like to see on this thing out that's out there in technology land. Sometimes it has some unpleasant things we see, we hear. You know, so sometimes we even feel it because it affects us in our own home, in the comfort of your own home. And you have to be hiding from languages. You have to be hiding from images. So you use the mouse to scroll past unpleasant things or things that you are not interested in. You lady, you pick up your phone and you see this nice men suit. You don't want to see that. You're scrolling past and you're looking for them nice handbag. Brand name, no? All nice ambassador, nice brand name you're looking. That's what you're looking for. So you don't have time to see men's haircut and men accessories. You're looking for your thing because you're interested in that. And the mouse is used to help you with that. One thing about the mouse, it gives you, the user, the power of choice. So, Reverend Mapp, or Minister Mapp, or Frankie Mapp, or Frankie, or Mapp, or just plain Brother Mapp or Brother Frankie, you choose, call me what you want. What is the purpose of this lesson in internet computing and language and word change that you're giving us this morning? What? I didn't come here. How you know you didn't come here for that? But yes, I come here for something, but is it, well, tell me what it is. Well, hold on. I will tell you now. So in the natural, so in the spiritual, and in the biological. Because this thing we call internet, this thing was fashioned according to our brains here. The same thing what you're going through the internet, the hard drive, it's a hard drive in the brains too, you know. Storing memory from since you're a little baby, things that you can remember, it is there stored in your memory. You can't remember it. But sometimes the brain has the ability, when certain circumstances or you encounter certain things, it has the ability to bring back things that you thought was lost. Similarly, the cloud or internet storage has the same, the hard drive has the same. You don't destroy a hard drive. For you to destroy a hard drive, you know how much thing? You have to literally incinerate it for the information that is on that hard drive to get rid of it. That is why it's so dangerous for those people who bent on hacking and things like that. Because the hard drive is there and it's available, the information is always there. So our life, as a spiritual life, we experience things that is unpleasant to us. The mind is the battlefield. The mind is the place the enemy attacks. That is bad news, folks. The bad news is this, that we are not able to stop the mind from racing. Ask your mouth, Minister Mapp. Say, well, try it. Try stopping your mind from doing what it wants to do. Try stopping your mind from racing. Right now you're listening to me, but you know how far your mind is? Quite somewhere, some beach somewhere in Aruba or someplace. That's how your mind is. Or somewhere you're studying your bed when you go home and your mind just gone there. God, the wife cook a nice dish this morning, so when I go back home, I talking to you, you're concentrating, but your mind gone somewhere else. We aren't able to stop the mind from working. We're born with that. That is the way we are. The Apostle Paul found himself wrestling with the mind. That is why he writes to some church and tell them you have to be transformed in the renewing. This mind is a funny thing, you know. Sometimes we have a friend that say, it's my friend, you know, but you know, she have bad mind, you know. Somebody like somebody used that thing lately. Yes. Some in the United States, they say what? Man, oh, she's mean. As he told me, she's mean or he's mean. Bad mind, you know. It goes so far that some people even confess, you know, I have bad mind. We recognize our mind is not good because the type of things when we lay down on our bed that comes to our mind to do, and we go about sitting down and sending and looking to plan to do evil and to do all type of mischief, is the mind. Starts with the mind. That's where it starts, folks. That is something we are unable to do anything about that. But there is hope for those of us who it seems hopeless. God is not expecting you to stop the mind. Our God that we serve is not like that. He knows you can't stop it. He's not expecting you to do that. But he has a solution. There is no problem that human faces that God hasn't a solution. And he hasn't given us the solution. That is why we have to fill the mind with pleasant things. The 8th verse, which is our text, says, finally, brothers and sisters. Before I go on, let us get back to language. This is a very modern version of Bible we are reading from the NIV. That is one of the modern versions that updates regularly and they bring modern language and everything like that. When this version was printed, brothers and sisters were acceptable language. When the NIV going to update, they have to find different words to use because it's the world, the society we are living in is no longer brothers and sisters and men and women. You catch the drift? So when I take my M26 to go to work, what do I B26 on Halsey Street to go to work, and I go inside the middle bag, good evening, and I gone. Before, I used to say, good evening, sir, and I gone. Now, get in the bus, good evening, and I gone sit down. I don't know if it's a sir, if it's a man, if it's whatever it is. You got to be careful. Sometimes the person who you're calling sir do not want to be called sir. Vice versa, vice versa. Vice versa. We're talking about language and how language changes and how we have got to get with the program. It is no longer ladies and gentlemen anymore. You have to be careful how you're using language. And when language changes, there is nothing you can do about it. Bring that be what old time days to do what? Old time days. Life has changed. Language changed. Culture changed. Meaning changes. And you got to get with the program. So this version, when you see that, brothers and sisters, you're right, we could read it because we're not reading quoting, but it's a version we read it. We're not speaking up from our own self. Sometimes when I speak, sometimes I don't use ladies and gentlemen. No, I don't use that. Folks! You don't use ladies and gentlemen again. It's inappropriate. Because you have an audience and the audience is made up of different genders. So Paul was telling the Philippians, whatever is true. Now we're talking about a solution, you know, for your mind. God had that long time laid out for us. Is we have to look into the Word of God, being inspired by the Spirit of God to find out how we will deal with this problem of the mind. You know how much money Sigmund Freud make? People mind? You know how much money psychologists making? People mind? Because your mind is the battlefield. And when your mind and you cannot go, you have to run by the psychiatrist and go down and lie down on the couch and start to talk about, yes, I went back here by the devil and I seen my mother doing this and my father doing this and my brother did me this and talk it out, hysteria. Sigmund Freud, psychology, the mind. But God had things long put aside for you long before Freud and all these guys, Erickson and all these different kind of little guys and them come out with a theory and all kind of thing. God had things long time. So if you apply God things, you'll save you $1. You wouldn't have to come to me when I turn a psychologist. Because when I'm studying in college, I want to be a psychologist. Because I want to know how human behavior, what does cause human behavior, what the mind, the thing. I want to know all that. So you'll save a little money if you take a little lesson now. When you come to me, you'll be like, hey, brother Mapp, minister Mapp, psychologist Mapp, doctor Mapp, or whatever. You come just as a friendly visit, not with your checkbook. No, that's a serious thing because a lot of money is being spent. Even by governments have to hire psychologists to go into schools, to go into different places and different things in the courthouse. It's a lot as a whole. This mind is a very serious thing. Because we want to know how it works. Why this person is doing that? Why this person has done that? The mind. So God doesn't say, well, whatever is true. Too much of us looking for truth. And we're looking for all different type of truth today. And sometimes the truth that we are looking for, instead of it elevate our lives, it keep us down and have us depressed. The type of truth that we find out what we're looking for. You see, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, so much of impure things pass through our minds. We have to look and search and keep still and see. No, this is unpure, move on. This is unpure, move on. Oh, this looks like something that is pure. Something that is saturated, so that when you see it, it quenches your thirst. You may feel a little satisfied. You feel relaxed now because you find purity. And anything that is lovely, too much unpleasant and ugly things going around today, saints. Too much things to make your mind, to distort your mind and put your mind in a type of way. Too much admirable things that are to be admired. Anything is excellent and anything is praiseworthy. The Apostle Paul tell the Philippians, think about such things. That is the solution for your twisted mind. When I say you are a twisted mind, it's not us and them, it's us. It's human beings who experiences all these things. Paul was raising dead. Paul was doing all the fun, and then he had this problem with the mind. He find that have a law inside of him that when he wants to do good, this bad mind is always present. This vengeance and this revenge and this grudge and the bitterness is in your mind. Paul experienced that. That is the reason why, as a human being, he can write to his brethren in Philippi, to the saints in Philippi, and tell them, think about such things. Fill up your mind with pleasant things, saints. Do not dwell on negative things, things that happened in the past. Yesterday is yesterday. Sometimes we're stuck in one place. As though the mouse, sometimes the mouse, if you're using wireless, sometimes the little connector isn't good in the computer, so you're clicking and you're clicking. The mouse not moving at all. And you want to go on the YouTube, oh God, why my mouse not moving? And why sometimes all I do is press the little, and the mouse are back to move. But no, I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about when you have the mouse stuck in one place in your mind. That was what I'm speaking about. And you don't want to scroll past it, because what it is you're doing, whatever negativity you are experiencing, you are indulging in whatever type of activity you are engaging in, you're enjoying it and you like it, but they do not like you, because it will contaminate your system and it will have you always in a negative position, so that the things that you want to do, which is good, you cannot do it because you have filled your minds with negativity. Stuck in one place. COVID have people stuck in one place. I'm watching on the Facebook, one person, I'm missing my students. Somebody respond, I want back my life. Well, I responded, which of course, forget yesterday, enjoy today, and hope for a better tomorrow. That is my post. Forget yesterday. You're missing your students in class. You know if you will get back, how classroom will get back to how you knew it, how we knew it for all our life, how the world. Do you know that? You better prepare for something new. You better prepare for something new, because when change take place, change not taking place to go back to the old time days, it's taking place to go forward. So this thing where to get accustomed blocking out your face because you didn't fix up your hair and you didn't put on your rouge and your mascara because you don't want to thing, but blank out your face, but keep the microphone on so you could talk to your students virtually. That's a new word. Virtual. And that is what it's thinking of, virtually. You know how much people listening to us now virtually? But you stuck in the past and you letting that depress you. So you can do nothing. You can't enjoy today. You cannot enjoy today because you're studying what you lost. Saints of God, what you lost is lost. It's a done deal. Finish. What you have this 29th of November 2020, that's what you have. And enjoy it. And forget yesterday. And tomorrow, which you haven't seen yet, things will be different tomorrow. You know why? Because your mind is in the right place. Your mind is set on God. And God will keep your mind in perfect peace. Because you have filled your mind with the things of God. Keep scrolling until you find the right thought. Breaking news this morning. We have the mind of Christ. As we go forward into a new season and into a new week, may we go forward with a new mind, a transformed mind. And if it doesn't, we will continue to keep renewing and keep changing our mind and keep on strolling and keep on strolling and keep on strolling until we reach to that place where we can say, blessed is he that cometh into the name of the Lord. Where we can say, I am blessed. And you know this slang that how you am blessed. When you say I am blessed, you must mean it. You mustn't have all these negative things in your life. You're saying you're blessed, be meaningful that you're blessed. You don't have cheese this morning, eat bread and butter. Somebody laugh, but like a Tony Yankee here. Because you know the American people, they have a thing, and I don't like that man, cabbage. I don't like this man, cabbage. Home, like or no like. You don't want it? Lie down by it. Lie down by it. Appreciate what you have and use what you have and give God praise and thanks for all that you have. Thank you, Jesus. Saints talking about have. I stand this morning, I say, see me, I'm getting a black garbage bag and I put in, I'm starting to throw out. I'm starting to throw out because I have too much of things in my life that I don't need. I'm not using. I just want that and it's important and everything and papers that I'm told I get in the bag and I outside. Throwing it away because why? It will clog up the place. And if you want new thing, you have to make room. Take away the old. So God will continue to give you a new thing. And here in this country, Lord have mercy. When I see socks, so people give me socks, I buy socks. I don't know which one to put on. Buy socks, clothing, get rid of things. Get rid of negativity in your life, saints. We're going into a new period, and we are the ones who have to carry the message of positivity to the world at large. And if we are not positive in our approach to every aspect of our life, we will be ineffective in carrying out the gospel of Jesus Christ when he tells you to go into all the old world and preach the gospel. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. He that believeth not shall be lost. That is our mission. Go and make disciples in the nation as we prepare to face, as we are in a new season and we are prepared to face a new week, a new month. Let us have a positive approach, a joyful approach, a peaceful approach, approach that is full of hope for the future. Because again, the breaking news is we have the mind of Christ. Saints, here and far, God bless you. Amen.